Alright guys, I'm slowly losing my mind, as you can tell probably from the last two videos I've released, because I had to record the same exact video, I remember one day, I was recording for over an hour, the same exact thing. I was only, trying to record, 2-minute clips. I kept on having to record, you know? It was stupid. But, anyways, I'm going to show you the stupidest, freaking, thing. This is like a Call of Duty Zombies ripoff. I'm pretty sure it's pretty bad. Anyways, oh my god, what the heck happened here? Oh crap, some guy stuck in there. We got help him. Oh man, I just wasted my things. Get open. Yes. I'm gonna try and save this guy on a bullet, but this is like a Call of Duty Zombies ripoff. I just made a big mistake. God dang it. But, you know, it's pretty bad, and this is like the first time I record this video. Hopefully I don't lose my mind again. Like I did the last two videos, because I had to record it because my brother kept on I'm not even joking, he would walk into my room, go on my other computer, which isn't really my computer, by the way, and he would just repeat the same thing over and over again, and I'd be like, "Hey, dude, I'm serious, man. I'm trying to record," and he would keep on saying the exact same freaking thing over and over again, and then I just lost it. I lost it, and that's why I had to record the same exact video for almost an hour and a half. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember at this point. I don't want to remember. It was horrible, man. I'm not joking about that, but. That's just stuff I have to deal with every day, and it sucks. I mean, I guess content makes you guys happy, but this game is pretty trash. I'm talking about FNAF Security Breach, not the game I'm playing. Seriously, FNAF Security Breach came out. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it. I was a former FNAF fan, but after things went south in the community, I kind of left, I think, not 5, it was, 3 years ago, I think, 2019, because, the community just became toxic. People started freaking doing all weird stuff, drawing pictures of Freddy Fazbear and posting on Twitter, and I mean, interesting pictures of Freddy Fazbear, which is kind of weird. So the community just kind of went bad. You know, I was kind of excited for the new FNAF Security Breach when it was announced, because it was a big mall type thing. I mean, what could go wrong, right? But for some reason, things went wrong. At least in my opinion. But the whole community seems to love this trash game. And I'm gonna talk about why it's trash here in a second, but for some reason the whole community is praising this game, even though it's obviously unfinished. And you know, I was kind of happy. I was waiting for this game. You know, I was genuinely excited for this game. I was happy it got announced. You know, and then at its release, so you know, since I'm not really in the FNAF community, I wasn't really wanting to buy it that fast. I was just gonna buy it later, after playing some video games and crap. But I don't even know if what I'm talking about even makes sense. But basically, FNAF Security Breach is just seems like it's unfinished though. I seen pictures of my friend Yellow Yoda. Go and check him out, by the way. Was kind of excited for FNAF Security Breach. I mean, he did talk about how, he thought it might be a bad game, which, I mean, it did turn out to be. You know, I've actually been in this community for a while, believe it or not, you know, since FNAF 1, I was playing on, some weird iPad thing, when I was, I don't even remember how old I was back then, but, yeah, I'm an old person that played FNAF. I'm not the kids that play it nowadays, which kind of sucks. The community's either people who grew up playing FNAF, like me and my friend Yellow Yoda. Seriously, go and check him out, by the way. Uh, or it's just the kids that like started watching FNAF on YouTube because they're scary, spooky creators are making, oh my god, scary, spooky FNAF 15 in real life 3 a.m. videos. I guess I don't know. You know, and crap. But that's just one problem with the game, though. It's just really unfinished. It just feels unfinished, man, and that's really disappointing. Another problem I can think of right now, I just started making this video. I didn't even decide it to be about FNAF Security Breach, but I mean it is now. Um, but basically, I guess this YouTube channel is becoming like one of those weird commentary YouTube channels about video games or something. I don't even watch those, but I mean I've seen them. But basically, another problem with it is that it isn't scary at all. Like, I mean, it just looks like a generic kids game, and I'm really, really sad about that, man. I was really excited for this game. Well, I mean, not really, man, to be honest. I mean, as I said earlier, I'm not really, like, into the FNAF community a lot anymore. God, everyone needs to be revived now. But, you know, I thought they had a good idea, and they ruined it. But the game isn't scary at all. I mean, like the building's like super lit up and everything. Like I mean, it looks like they have like all the lights in this building on for some reason. But like it just seems like they have all the lights in this building like on, which makes it less scary because I mean it's not like dark. Like you can see the whole building and stuff. Unless if it's like the daycare, which the daycare bugs out so much that it's not even scary. Like the funny moon guy, he's not even scary. He's more funny than scary, to be honest. The moon guy, like his jump scare is trash. Like he basically he moves his fingers in front of you and he's like, ah, so scary, man. Let's be scared. You know, I feel bad for the people who haven't like tried out Silent Hill and experienced real horror. Most people nowadays only know of like the spooky jump scare things. That's just like another thing I thought of. But like, Silent Hill is a great game. Seriously, check it out. It's one of those old PlayStation games. It's actually scary. Like that's one of the games that actually scared me. But basically, but another reason why it wasn't scary, other than like freaking the whole building having like spotlights or whatever everywhere from what I've seen, is that like the character design. The character design. It isn't scary by me. They look like toys like that you'd have on your desk if you were to be a FNAF fan. Like, I'm not even joking. They're like tiny little like plushy toy things, I guess. They don't scare me at all. Like, their jump scares make it worse, but especially the guy that like waves his fingers and he's like, ah, like I forget his name already. He's like the guy that looks like the moon or something. But his name's like Moondrop. I watch a lot of gameplay in this game. Like, it seems like every time the daycare portion comes up, it bugs. Like the guy like just teleports around, I guess. But another reason why he isn't scary is that like the jump scares are crap. They're like, ah, so scary. Like they just like come in your face. Um, um, they like get up close to your face, and I think my internet just went bad for a second, and they're like, ah, it's not even scary. Like they're coming. Like FNAF 1, like Foxy was actually really scary though. Like I don't get scared by much things anymore. I'm kind of like desensitized. Apart from Silent Hill, of course, the game is torture, especially like that pyramid head thing in the second game. But I seriously think you should try Silent Hill and all the great games that you're missing out on. But anyways, hey, can you stop? I don't feel like recording a video again. But that's just like a few problems. I gotta get better at making videos. As you can tell, I kind of keep on losing track on like what I'm saying. I gotta work on that, guys. But I'm trying to start making videos again. But basically, the jump scares were trash. The building was too lit up. The character design was pretty bad. What's another thing? The game's not very good at building up tension either. But that's just one problem. The game isn't scary. Now, let's go back to why it doesn't seem to be finished. The Daycon, the playground portion, you know, like that scary, spooky moon guy, whatever the heck his name is like, he just teleports around the map from what I've seen. Like, he bugs out a lot. And he's just more annoying than scary, you know, like, that portion's just too hard. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's hard to find the generators. Some person I knew who also dislikes the game, said that it took him 3 days to get past the, daycare portion. He kept on dying because of bugs and crap in, like, the actual game. Like, it kept on, like, bugging out, like, the scary moon thing or whatever kept on, like, teleporting in front of him, like, during gameplay. Just, hey, can you stop? Just stuff like that, you know? Just stuff like that. But, the game, it just seems just not good. Like, the level design is trash from what I've seen. Like, you know, I actually gotta give it credit though. To be honest, I've actually not played this game. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm not wasting my money on that. Like, I was looking through Steam reviews, people were like saying about all of these issues. I came across a guy talking about how like Roxy was his wife or something. I'll talk about Roxy in a few. I have some problems with her, and just like other things, like how it wasn't fun. I mean, it doesn't even look fun. Like, I tried to force myself to look at like gameplay of this like horrible game. Like, I wasn't even like able to like look at like a 10-minute video about FNAF Security Breach. It just isn't good. Hey, can you stop humming? I'm really trying to make videos here. But basically, what was I saying again? Anyways, yeah, I was talking about how it's unfinished. The game isn't even optimized. Like, you can obviously tell, like, a freaking FNAF game should not have the size of, like, 50 gigabytes or whatever. That's obviously unoptimized. Like, that game has, like, it's just unoptimized. It has freaking Source Engine graphics. Source Engine had good graphics for its time, but freaking those graphics are like from 2004, I'm pretty sure. But basically, but anyways, oh, I just got sidetracked. But anyways, there are some severe problems with this game. Like, it has really bad graphics. Like, the things barely even load in half the time, to be honest. Which is another issue. With this game, like, you just walk into like the bathrooms, and guess what? You look over. Wow, there's like a freaking 180 by 180 resolution texture on the wall. How awesome. Absolutely 4K. You know, just stuff like that. Like, the textures barely even, like, load in, like, at like, 4 resolution. They also made the mistake of releasing it on PS4. I mean, the game probably could have worked on PS4 because, I mean, it has Source Engine graphics. Like, basically Source Engine graphics. I'm not even joking about that. It has pretty trashy graphics. And, it's just too unoptimized for the PlayStation 4, and it's too unoptimized for the computers. Like I've heard a lot about how bad it runs on like top end computers, like absolutely awesome computers that like people spent like thousands on. I'm not even joking, like thousands. Um, I doubt that that game would be able. Oh my god, would like even be able to like run on my GTX 1650 Ti because I use a laptop mainly nowadays. God dang it. God dang it. But basically, that I doubt that game would be able to run at like on my GTX 1060 Ti. Even though my GTX 1060 Ti can like run newer games, I've heard that this thing can like barely run on like top end graphics cards and like processors. I have a like an i5 like 10th generation or something, 2.5 gigahertz like 4 cores. Like it's a pretty low end thing. It's my laptop's good for low end gaming. It has like 8 gigabytes and stuff. But I mean, it can run most modern games. I mean, like, I don't feel like upgrading anytime soon because it can literally do most of the things I want it to do. There's no point upgrading. I mean, why fix a problem that doesn't need to be fixed, you know? I might need to upgrade its RAM here soon. But, I mean, this thing works perfectly for me. It runs all my great games. But, I heard of this game is just really unoptimized and it barely works on, like, good graphics cards. And good processors and like seriously, I can obviously tell that this game is unoptimized just by like the freaking how big the file size of this game is. It's 100 in or it's like 50 gigabytes. There's no way. No way. I still don't believe that. Like I feel like I'm being lied to by like the whole like people who had to download this game and suffer through it. You know, God dang it, this round's over. It's fine, but the game is just bad, and also it isn't fun. Like, if you watch people like Markiplier play it, he just sits there not even knowing what to do half the time, and like he just seems to not like the game. Like I can tell looking through his playthroughs. Um, I also don't understand another thing. Like, all the big Let's Players seem to, like, make this game out to be, like, one of the best games ever or something. Like, I don't get it, man. This game obviously isn't a good game, but... No, that's just another thing I don't understand. But, like, this game it just has many problems. Like, you just run around, you don't even know what to do, like, half the time. It's not fun. It just doesn't seem fun. Like, the objectives that the game gives you look like they were written by 12-year-olds. I've seen them. Like they outright lie to you sometimes. I'm not even joking. That's for real. Like they tell you the wrong location to get things. It feels like this game was not play tested. It feels like no one even played this game during development. It feels like they just like threw this game together using like a bunch of like random code that they probably found in a trash bin somewhere on like some old hard drive from like the freaking early 2000s, and they just threw it into this crappy Unreal Engine, I think, game, which isn't good. It just seems like you just go around, you collect boxes from crappy, like, and you just get these crappy JPEGs. You have this annoying watch thing that, like, the storytelling in this game sucks. I mean, you get the whole story from, like, messages that you find on some weird watch thing that, like, Freddy gives you. Some Faz watch that, like, gives you, like, the whole security camera layout or some crap, which makes... It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna be honest with you. That the whole Faz watch thing and security cameras on the Faz watch make no sense. I mean, why would they want to have, like, people looking around the thing with like some Faz watch? I could be wrong about that. They could only like give it to employees, but it seems like some kid's toy or something. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. but it really does seem like a kid's toy. But the game isn't fun at all. I've repeated that so many times. I gotta get better at making videos. I swear. And I hope people are like still like watching this thing. But you know, I'm gonna like probably just stop talking about this game. This thing's too long. I was only planning this to be like 10 minutes long, like under 10 minutes. But the reason why I think this game was so bad is because of politics. And that might sound weird until I explain why. So basically, what happened is that a while back, like Scott Cawthon got canceled because of like, oh no, he was donated to Republicans. That means he's like racist naturally or something. Something stupid like that. To be honest, just because you support a certain political party does not mean you're racist. I mean that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not gonna get into politics in this video. This is not. I don't like making political videos, but a lot of members of at least older members, not the 9-year-olds that like play FNAF nowadays, I guess, can agree that the whole canceling thing was stupid. And Scott retired because of it. So like I guess like halfway through development, like Scott just like stopped being involved with the project, which like threw the whole team off. Because I'm pretty sure in the Reddit post, when the game was first like freaking delayed like a year ago, Scott mentioned the exact same problems that the game suffers from nowadays. You know, like just all these things. You know, all these things. So I believe that he knew that this game had problems and he was trying to fix it, which is why he got delayed. But, you know, like, because he left, Steelwood Studios, which probably doesn't even have that much experience in making video games, because, I mean, they only made 3 video games, and, like, their whole time of being a studio, I'm pretty sure 3. They definitely made Help Wanted, I know that for sure. They only made 3 videos their whole time of being a studio, or 3 video games. So, I guess a side effect of that is that they didn't really know how to make horror games. So, I mean, they were just left off with, like, guessing how to make scary games. And they failed at it. Miserably. Just horribly. They absolutely failed at making video games. Because they don't really... They didn't have that much experience in it. At all, you know? But, I mean, it's pretty sad. A lot of people I knew were, like, so excited for this game when they heard that, like, when they saw the trailer. This game actually had a pretty, like, this game was pretty dark. Hey, can you stop humming? This game was pretty dark. Basically, like, when the first trailers came out, like, I mean, it seemed like the game was, like, aimed for older audiences, but for some reason, like, they started aiming it for kids, and it just became this annoying, generic kids game, which isn't what I want FNAF to be. I want it to be a decent game, not like some annoying, generic kids game, you know? It really makes me sad, but, like, how kid-friendly I guess they aimed it to be, because, like, the older, like, and like release things like old voice lines, it was talking about like blood, and they changed that completely. Like Freddy was talking about like he detected blood or something like that, which is sad. That's sad. I feel like because they like saw the kids playing the game, they like completely excluded like the older fans of FNAF from like playing this game, and they thought like there were like no older fans or something like that playing this game, which is like why they aimed it towards kids so much. That's like the most likely explanation, in my opinion. Is that like they just didn't have enough experience and they were aiming it towards kids, which was one of the biggest mistakes ever. But you know, I hope I made I hope I was. I hope I did a good job at explaining this game, and I'm gonna go off here. Oh, bye.